EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Draymond Jones. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. To try again after the sack. Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Mixon with a 1st down carry. Oh, he bowls over him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make this a second down. Now it's Tannehill. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, Mixon. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. They'll try and run with Mixon. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And he stopped immediately there. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. These two teams all tied after 1. And they go play action now. Burrow sliding out of the pocket. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you're head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
They'll run on first down. Mixon.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Here's a give to Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourself.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Play action. It's Tannehill. That is caught. It's Williams.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here's Tannehill. to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Draymond Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
To return it, Darius Phillips.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we have reached. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Tannehill now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Pushing his way through and all the way down to the 24-yard line. 174 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow, slant pass to Boyd. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And he'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll try the right side with Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill.
They'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Off play action, Tannehill. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Phillips. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the fourth quarter still to come. We're in the third. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the 45 on second down. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Third and goal. Keep in mind, very Here's Burrow, rolling to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it there.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Browns drive about to get started. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense. That should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now it's Tannehill. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Ekeler. And he sneaks his way forward. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Ekeler again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Ekeler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down and goal. Tannehill. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Browns are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And Burrow going to throw again. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Throwing, Burrow. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
Touchdown, Browns! Donovan Peoples-Jones with a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
So Burrow and the Bengals
down by 2 touchdowns. 1:35 to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Burrow. This one to the left to Higbee.
7 yards the pick up there. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. To throw, Burrow.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Burrow.
They'll roll him out right. He completes it to Boyd. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.